Hi everyone, I'm back with a reaction to the newest RSlash video, so let's begin.
Welcome to RSlash Choosingbeggars, where someone's looking for a full-time live-in slave. Good morning. We need you to sign our terms and conditions in order to continue serving on our board and helping us on our mission to provide the community with much-needed services. Can you sign and return the document today? I'm sorry, but as we previously discussed, I'm not comfortable with the restrictive covenants, the non-compete, and the non-disclosure agreement. I will not be signing it. I don't understand your hesitation. This is a boilerplate agreement cooked up by our attorney. Everyone is signing it. I enjoy the organization and the help that it provides. I'd like to continue serving, but I'm firm that I will not sign. But we need you, your time, and your treasure. You can have them, but I'm not willing to sign something so restrictive just to continue my role as a volunteer and a volunteer leader. Let me touch base with our council and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I was really kind of confused on this post because as I was reading it, it sounded like a pretty normal conversation between like an employer and an employee. Obviously, if the employee wants to work at the company, then he's gonna have to sign something. But then it turns out that OP is a volunteer, and this organization wants OP to sign a document with a non-compete clause? This is just really bizarre, and I'm with OP on this one. I wouldn't sign that contract either. Once an organization starts trying to say what you can do with your unpaid time, that's a big red flag. Wanted full-time babysitter. So my babysitter just bailed last minute. I need care for 2 day shifts, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and 2 night shifts, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. This is every week, but the days may vary. 2 kids, ages 6 and 3. The 3-year-old is in her own daycare and would only need to be picked up by 4:30 p.m. Unless it's a weekend, then she'll be home as well. This will be a daily rate, not hourly, because it's full-time care. 40 hours a day for day shifts because it's only 1 kid, except for a few hours after pickup. And $60 a day for night shifts and weekends. Alright, so I had to do the math one on this one too, and a 12-hour shift divided by 40 bucks comes out to $3.30 an hour. OP points out that in their country, minimum wage is 15 bucks an hour, so why ever do this? You could literally go to any entry-level job and make 5 times the amount doing probably easier work. Our next post is from Interesting Ad. My aunt who lives in Armenia has a house with a big backyard, which she basically turned into a vegetable and fruit farm. Among her plants is a huge raspberry bush with loads of raspberries on it. One day she's out picking raspberries and her neighbor sees her from her backyard. My aunt grows so much fruit that she basically lets anyone come in to pick however much they want and take home. The neighbor said, "Wow, you're so lucky to have that many raspberries. I wish I could have some of those." My aunt said, "Feel free to come in and pick some for yourself." Me doing that kind of work in this heat? No thanks. Can't you just give me some of those that you've already picked? My aunt refused.
Of course she gives her.
Yeah, okay,
of course she gives
so
her something and then she's selfish.
Because it's hot. But you'd happily accept them if my aunt picked them for you in this heat? Get out of here. Down in the comments, we have this contribution from Environmental Toe.
Yeah, I mean, what's with all? I'm going to pause this story, but, I'll see you when the next one happens, so I will see you then. Alright, so the story had like a message thing. It wasn't really a necessary story, it's more of a short thing, so I won't pause the next one. I won't skip to the next one, as you saw. So yeah, let's begin the story now.
Everyone knows the cost of plywood is sky high right now at around 70 to 80 bucks per sheet. My roofers just finished removing all the old shingles and installed underlayment. I hear my doorbell ring and then someone pounding on my door continually like it's an emergency. I answer the door thinking it might be the roof inspector or an emergency, but instead it's 2 old ladies in their 60s with an old Cadillac parked behind my car in the driveway. They asked if they could have the sheets of plywood stacked behind my tree. It was not a trivial amount that they were asking for. I explained that my roofers haven't finished the roof yet, and what isn't used they'll be taking back. They looked surprised that I was having roof work done, even though they were literally standing right next to a 20-foot dumpster by my front door filled with started to bang on my front door. Then one of the women said, "You can give us 2 sheets. You're not using all of them. We want to build a porch." Her audacity put me on my heels for a moment, but I was still kind to them because they claimed to live a block away and I just moved in 2 months ago. Again, I politely said that they couldn't have any of my plywood, but Home Depot has plenty for sale. They said,
Yeah, let's go to the
"Yeah,
store.
but Home Depot wants like $80 a sheet though." To which I replied, "I know. That's how much the roofing company charged me per sheet." That seemed to shut them up, and they started walking back to
Good.
their car. I
Though
have
I
a
don't
big
think
cat
it's
figurine
over.
near my front door. It's quite lifelike at a distance. One of the 2 women turned around and asked, "How much for the cat figurine?" At this point, I'm starting to get upset at their pushy behavior and treating my property like a flea market. I say, "Sorry, it's not for sale. Have a nice day," and I close the door. I watched through the people to see them drive away, and I thought that was the end of this bizarre encounter.
Oh
Later
boy,
that
I was
night, as
gonna
I'm
steal
leaving
the
to go
cat
to the
thing.
convenience store, I see a sticky note on the window of my car in my driveway that reads, "I would like to buy this car," with a phone number. They must have come back at night when I was at the store. WTF? My cat figurine now lives next to the back door. I've moved all the lumber to the backyard, and I'll be setting up security cameras.
Good for
On
you.
this next post, OP is giving away
Sad,
free
but
shelves. It's currently
if that's
still
what
available.
stops
First
them,
come,
then
first serve.
that's what
Where are
stops
you
them.
located in Oregon? I'm near Maumee Bay State Park. Is that all you have for free? Just those shelves? Kind of far for a couple of shelves, if you know what I mean. But if you've got a couple of more free things, then that would be cool. How is it that something that's literally free still isn't a good enough deal? Dude, it's free. What's the problem?
Yeah,
Hey
exactly.
everyone, I'm looking for in-home childcare for my 2-month-old in blank.
I think
I
there's one
currently
RSlash
work
story
from
well.
home, but
You're
I need
supposed to said
someone to
free
come
was
to my
too
apartment and sit
expensive.
with him during work hours. You
Some
must be
people are
good
just
with
stupid.
animals. We have 2 dogs and a cat, and the pay is $150 a week. The job is Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30
I don't know how much
p.m.
maybe like
8 to
daily
4:30
hourly.
is, I think, 8.5 hours. So 8.5
If you do the
times
math,
5
I
is
would.
42.5 hours.
So what's the math,
$150.
RSlash?
Divide that by 42.5, we get three $3.50 per hour. Nice.
So
Our next
about the
red post
same
is
as
from
like
my
the other
mom.
story we
When I was in
had.
junior high,
Not the
I was a
last
poor
one, but
kid
the
living in a
one
highly
back.
affluent area. I was one of like 10 poor kids in the entire school. Everyone else had doctors and lawyers and CEOs for parents. The schools were so well-to-do that there wasn't even a free or reduced lunch program. Parents,
Oh, that's
actual
sad.
parents, made meals to bring to school for the kids who just didn't have any lunches. They did it every day.
I did that a few
And these weren't
times,
just
but
simple cheese
I
sandwiches
just would
either.
eat the
They
school
were
lunch.
full-on meals with
It's not really
sides,
that bad,
desserts, and
actually.
drinks. One time I got a lunch with this puffed corn thing called pirate food. Upgrade to watch videos without...
Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna skip the story, but I'm gonna skip the ad.
And I complained that the pirate booties sucked. The social worker who handed them out said that she would tell the parents. I've regretted that for the last 20 years. I was a spoiled little bastard. These parents made free lunches for other people's kids, and I complained. I still regret it to this day. OP, we've all been there. I think there are those times when you're like trying to go to bed at night and you close your eyes, and then suddenly just this memory of this stupid, idiotic thing that you did when you were little just pops into your head and you just cringe at yourself.
Yeah, I
Just
know
look at
what
it this
happens
way,
to
OP.
me.
There is zero chance that anyone can live their entire life without doing anything they regret. We've all said dumb things, done dumb
True.
things, and thought dumb things, so don't be too harsh on yourself.
Yeah,
For
sometimes
example,
happens
let
to
me tell
me.
you one of my cringy stories that I look back on, and it's just so awkward and so dumb. And it's not even a big deal. I don't even know how entertaining this story is going to be, but every time I think about it, I just cringe. Okay, so high school graduation. We're in this like big gymnasium where
Oh
we
no.
had the actual celebration, the event, and afterwards the kids kind of like gathering around and they're just sort of socializing after the event. And there's this woman who works at the school and she's handing out slices of cakes, and they have way too much
Wow.
cake. You can tell just by looking that there's like
Mm,
10 cakes, and each cake has maybe like 50 slices. So that's 500 slices of cake, and there's only like, 200 or 300 kids around. You can tell
yeah,
immediately
they
that they
go
have
for
a
bakes
cake
on
surplus.
cakes.
And me, I'm just riding high. I'm really excited. Also, you should know that I have a sweet tooth, so I really, really love sweet sweets, desserts, sugary foods.
I mean,
Even
cake
as
is
an
like
adult,
my
I still
favorite
run on
dessert,
that stuff.
but
So this woman
it's still
shaves
pretty
off
good.
this tiny little slice, which to me upset me a little bit because she was cutting bigger slices for other people. So she cuts me this little slice and she hands it to me, and I'm like, come on, give me more cake than that. And she was a really nice, polite old lady, and she was like, well, not everyone has gotten cake yet, so let's make sure that everyone gets a slice first, then we can look at getting you a second slice. I say fine, take the cake and leave. I bite into the cake, and it's the most disgusting, overly sugary, like flavorless, just awful cake that I've ever had in my entire life. Imagine taking a tub of
Oh
lard,
boy.
scooping it out into the shape of a cake,
Did you
and
do it
then
on
just covering
purpose?
it with sugar.
I don't think she
That's
did
what
it
it
on
tasted like.
purpose.
Just disgusting. So I quickly found a trash can, tossed it out, and just went on with my day. Except, like 15 minutes later, I had all but forgotten about this, and this nice old lady specifically comes to me with another slice of cake, and she's like, here you go, sweetie. Everyone's gotten another slice now, so I wanted to make sure that you got a slice. And I was like, thanks, ma'am, I appreciate it. She turned around and walked off. Alright, so here I am with an even bigger slice of cake that I have zero interest in because it's disgusting. So I'm next to this open room, and there's basically nothing in this room except for a single table. So I quickly duck into the room, put the cake on the table, and just turn around and leave. And as I was leaving, that old lady was walking past me with some supplies that I guess she was going to store in that room. So she saw me abandon the slice of cake, which I know that you would have had to recognize because she's a lady cutting all the cakes, and she cut me an extra big
I don't know,
slice.
something like that
So
happened to me
she went through
once.
all the trouble of first being
I got
considerate to
like
everyone
a
there, then specifically hunting me down
recommendal.
after everyone got a
It's one of
slice and
those
giving me an
waddles.
extra slice. And the first thing I did was just abandon the slice of cake, and she caught me within, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds. I felt so bad because she
I
was
remember
so
I once took a
nice. I was just
waddle to
being
like
like a
the
little
school thing
entitled
we
little
had,
turd for no reason. So
and
anyways,
I like left
that's
it
what
in the
keeps me up
room,
at night.
and then
One
I
of my
came back.
countless awkward, cringy
Um,
memories that keeps me
I
from
found it was
falling asleep
gone. I
because
think it's
I
in the
can't let go
trash.
of awkward, cringy things from my past. How about you guys down in the comment? Let me know a cringy story from your past that your brain just won't let you forget. Sometimes I feel like if we ever got to the
I
point
sometimes
in
smell
like
that.
modern
That just
technology where you could just
reminded me of it.
delete memories from people's brains, then that person would make an absolute fortune from people just erasing awful, cringy, embarrassing memories from their past. That and video game fans, because video game players could play their favorite video game, delete the memories of that video game, and then just play it again over and over and over for the rest of their life, because that's what gamers would love.
Huh.
Room for rent. You'd be living with a family with young kids.
Okay, I know I kind of talked over him, but yeah, I can see that. I also have some games that like. I also have some games I first like watched on YouTube or like seen clips of. So what I would do, so what I would like to do is I would like to like erase my memory of the game. I'll play it, and after I'll play it, I'll get like a new experience. You know, like a spoiler-free experience. Maybe I'll just buy a game from like a franchise I like say a franchise that's in Smash Bros. Like I buy a game from a series that I haven't played, waste my memory of it, and I'll play the game. I'll get a good feel to it. Then I'll play Smash and see how accurate it is. That sounds like a good idea, don't you think? But yeah, let's continue.
Rent includes one furnished bedroom, Wi-Fi, utilities, and food. We ask that you help with household duties and babysitting, such as tidying the kitchen and living room each evening and 2 evenings of babysitting. Females only. We prefer French speakers because our kids are in French immersion. Our house is on the beach in Kids Point. We have 4 chickens, 2 beehives, a greenhouse, and a
Yeah, it's weird how I
fabulous
said
vegetable
females
garden.
only.
It's an unbeatable location, directly across the street from the beach and close to trendy shops and restaurants. This is for $1,000 a month rent.
Yeah,
So
that's a
you
lot of
have to pay
money.
$1,000 a month of rent and clean their house and watch their kids? And weirdly, they only want a woman who speaks French, so I have to wonder if they expect you to dress up in some French maid costume. So, like, let's be clear. There are
I guess
people
that's
who
what
come to your house,
the tile
clean
came from.
everything, watch your kids, and live there. Except they don't pay rent. You pay them because it's a live-in nanny. Our next Reddit post is from Controversy. So I work at a strawberry stand. I drive to the farm every morning and collect trays and
I think
trays of
strawberries are
strawberries to
fit
sell for
fruit.
Maid. It's about a 15-minute drive there, a 15-minute drive back, and it helps expand the area that the farm can sell to. The deal at my stand is 2 baskets of strawberries are 5 pounds, and 1 basket is 3 pounds.
I only know how much pounds are. I
Every
kinda
day's
wanna
fine
know
for the
though.
day, and then someone who I can only describe as an alpha Karen approaches the stand. 1 basket of strawberries,
I once
please.
actually
Here's
watched a
2
UK
pounds and
video
50 pence.
being the
Sorry, but it's 3
battle with
pounds for a basket of strawberries.
Sephiroth
But
video.
at the farm it's 2 pounds and 50 cents.
Well, I watched it on
These are the
purpose
same
because they
strawberries,
age
are they
restricted
not?
the
I explained
Nintendo
that the extra
Direct,
50 cents is for me. It helps towards
and they didn't
collecting, selling,
and they didn't
wages, gas, equipment, etc.
pre
I never thought it was a big deal. The alpha Karen demands that
what's the
because
one I'm
she
looking
knows
for?
the
They
farm, I should sell it to her for 250. Now, I don't usually mind
didn't have
helping
the
out if
live
someone is short on
stream,
change or
like
something,
pre-live
but
stream up
this lady
for
was
like
just
5
awful.
minutes
So I was a little annoyed at this
before it
point.
happens, so you
I'm
can like
sorry, but
wait
if
there
you
and
want
sell
these
a
strawberries
Mindle.
for 250, then you'll have to go to the farm.
So,
I'll tell my husband
so I was
about
like,
this.
I'm just gonna watch the
This
UK one.
alpha Karen storms
Also,
over
no
to her
reason
husband,
because I thought they
throws
might
the car keys
censor
at
some
him,
Mifa
and demands that he
costumes. Like
drives 15 minutes to
when they
the
did with
farm and
Travis, I was
15
pretty
minutes
sure it
back
was
to pay
Travis touchdown,
50
but I
cents
didn't know if
less
it
for a
was
freaking basket of strawberries. She waited at the pub opposite
because
my
they said
stand and had a
Travis.
drink outside while staring me
I think
down
I
for
didn't
an
know.
awkward half
I
an
knew
hour or
like the
so
other ones.
until
Like
her
I knew who
husband
Altair
returned with the
was.
strawberries.
I know
Alright,
who he
I don't
was,
know how
but I am
much gas
familiar with
costs for
Assassin's
driving 30
Creed.
minutes, but I'm
I
pretty
never
confident
played
that's
it,
more
but
than 50 cents. So she wasted her money, wasted her
I
time,
do
as
know
well as
lots
her
about it
husband's
though.
time, and also spent the extra money that it cost to buy the drink at that pub. All to what? Spite OP, who genuinely didn't care at all? Honestly, I think that OP got more enjoyment from her trying to spite OP and
I
making
do know
herself
what
miserable than just walking away. That was R/slash.
okay, I didn't know what Dragonborn was. I know what Skyrim is. I knew who Dragonborn slash Dothraki was, but I didn't know it was from Skyrim. I thought it was from like some old 80s game, but I was wrong. I may have thought that because the main character in South Park, The Stick of Truth, is named Dragonborn, and they said it was a reference to that game, which I can't remember, so I was thinking they probably chose to use a classic video game and not like a game that came out 3 years before the game launched. And the game was supposed to like launch in like 2012 or 2014, so maybe that's why I wanted to have a new world game. Also, Skyrim is one of the best selling games. But yeah, that's the newest RSlash video. And if you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more. And stay tuned and always wear your seatbelts when you're driving a vehicle.